Good afternoon, everybody. It's a rainy Labor Day, Monday, the September the 5th. Thought I'd give you a little shop tour. The bike side of about a quarter or half the shop is my landscaping business, but we're talking about bikes today here in this video. So a lot of people will have comments or share experiences, which is all fine to do, and but I'm just trying to give you a little background on me. So I've got over the last 35-40 years in cycling, I've owned between 50 and 75 bicycles, road bikes, mountain bikes. I've rode mountain bikes for about 20 years, rode bikes for about 5 or 10. I've been doing recumbents for 12 to 15, approximately, something like that. And this is about a quarter of what I've owned. I've gotten rid of things the past 5 or 10 years. And currently I have 3 recumbent trikes. I can't even count them all, a couple dozen wheels right now. So I've got quite a bit of money tied up in the bikes and learned a lot of things. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing the channel, is to share these things and my experiences with different types of bikes. So yeah, that's my bikes and tires. And I've probably got over 250 tires in the shop of various kinds. I've got Zip wheels, Envy wheels, Williams wheels. I've used all kinds of stuff, BMX, mountain. And just what I'm trying to get to is I'm trying to make a point of not that I've got all this stuff, but so when I speak about things, I've got some experience. The other day I made for instance, a video about crank length and things like that. So here's what I've got left. I've had probably over 100 different cranks of different lengths and sizes and different types of bottom brackets. There's at least a dozen in there, anywhere from 100 millimeter to 220 millimeter. So I've used all these things and tested them. I'm a fairly performance-oriented rider, so I care about my game is about going far, 100 to 200 miles a day, and getting there as quickly as I can. So that's my type of riding that I do. And here's what's left of my hub box. I've got probably 2 dozen hubs in there, Hadley, Hope, DT, you name it, Velocity. So that's my experience with some of the stuff. Over here we have some gearing. So I got 130 road, 110 mountain bike, well, the old mountain bike or BMX stuff. So that's just some of the gears I have left. Again, this is a quarter of what I used to own. I've kind of narrowed it down as I've gotten older, and I've recently, the past 4 or 5 years, have had some health issues with Parkinson's. So I've kind of tapered down my riding and what I can do. And then started this channel, me and my wife, trying to get that off and running. Just wanted to share our lives and some things I've enjoyed doing, and some of my knowledge with you all, and hopefully it's helpful and somebody can benefit from it. So that's the gearing I use, some of the shop tools I have, cone wrenches and pipe wheels and things like that. Got boxes of tires. I've got, like I said, at least 200 tires at one time. I probably had 500 or more. So grips, it's essentially a bike shop, or sometimes it's better. There's a park terrain stand, you name it. I've got tubes down in there, although everything I run's tubeless, but I still use the tubes for backups or other people's bikes. I do fix and work on other bikes for people. Here's my park touring stand or bike stand, which doesn't work real good for my trikes. Some of my tires I've been doing there again, some of the wheels. These back here are 700C, and then we go to the 559s, the 507s, the 406s, and at the very end, that's where I have my 16-inch 349s, because over the last, since about 2009, I've gravitated towards these recumbents. I bought a cat trike in 2009. I'll sit down here a minute and talk about a few other bikes. Recumbent-wise, I've had a couple Optimum Barons, Carbon High Racer, a Vendetta cruise bike. I've had a Rans Extreme, and so I've had quite a few bents. And but I really have, over the years, I've really enjoyed the trikes. And now with my health issues, Parkinson's and so forth, I've playing with the electric bikes and have electrified all three of my Cat Trike 700s here. Still like to go fast and far, just not able to do it like I once did it. And this enables me to do it like I have always done it. So it's been quite enjoyable to me to be able to do that. And so I just wanted to share these things. So when I am talking about it, that's my background experience. I've been doing tubeless custom setups and taping them off probably for 15 to 20 years now. So these are some of my latest wheel builds for my trike, custom wheels I've had built or built. And so I've selected the hubs and everything about them. It's customized, and I use Gorilla Tape and old valve stems from tubes or flat tires people's had, and I use that, and I guess they call that the ghetto tubeless, but I'm still doing that. So just walking around trying to show you some other stuff. So there's some of my tapes I've used for the various things, but a lot of the Gorilla Tape's my favorite for the rims. I'll take a roll of Gorilla Tape, then I take a utility knife and cut it to fit the rim width. I tend to run wider rims nowadays. I'm a big proponent. I've been that way for 15, 20 years on wide rims. So, and when I talk about wide, I'm talking about 30 to 50 millimeter. Typically, I've had fat bikes, which are even wider. But so that's what I do with my tubeless setups, and tape them off. And then I use stand sealant, just walking you around here. So yeah, got quite a few things you acquire over 40 years. So here's I'm trying to find, I got a couple stashes of that. So I run the race sealant and the regular sealant. So the race sealant, the difference is it doesn't last quite as long, but it plugs a much bigger hole than the regular. So that's the difference. It's a little thicker and has thicker particles. So I kind of mix them both together and pick and choose. So if I'm was really riding aggressively and going on a big ride, I might use the race sealant because I want maximum hole sealing. And then for the most part, I prefer just the regular mix. So that I've been doing stands for many years. I met him when I did mountain bike action. He was on there one day. He had just gotten started, and I seen his article on him, had a write-up about him, so I called him, got his number and called him, and I said, Stan, I said, I'm doing some tubeless stuff, and I said, you know, what are you doing? He says, well, I'm using this latex. I'm setting out in my garage. And I said, well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm using slime and Fix-A-Flat, the stuff at the automotive store. And I said, well, send me some of your latex sealant. So he said, sure. So he sent me some. And that's how long I've known him and been, you know, in the game and stuff. I've been there before suspension came out. The RockShox Mag 21 was my first suspension. And so been, like I said, the past 35, 40 years, been in the bike game and talked to a lot of different people and learned a lot, and still learning, still doing the new stuff. The electric bike has really intrigued me, and it's letting me learn new things, and so I'm still developing and learning in that area. So that's my little story on Stans, notubes.com. And so I said, Stan, I said, when I got this product first, I said, you're going to be a multimillionaire. And of course, today, 15, 20 years later, he's got his own tire line, rim line, all kinds of stuff. So he's been quite successful, where we both started out in our shops, sitting there mixing and our tonics, trying to fix things that we wanted to make better in cycling. So he's done very well, and I'm still just sitting here struggling, I suppose, but I've not chased anything too much. But so that's it. I just wanted to give you a little shop tour, and mainly just to show you that so when I'm speaking about wheels or something, that I have some a lot of experience, and I've used gears. I've used 24 19 tooth or some sprockets. These are right here on this current bike. That's an 80 tooth tri-sled ring from Australia. That comes off of a Velomobile. So I've had a wide range. So when I speak about 700 C wheels, 349 millimeters, 16 inch, I've used them and can tell you a lot of differences about it, even though sometimes I struggle doing so when I've got you on video and stuff. But the Parkinson's that I've developed about 4 or 5 years ago, sometimes my thoughts and holding the camera, this and that, get shaking, and I struggle a little bit with that nowadays. But I just wanted to, and I let you know that just so you can bear with me and understand where I'm coming from. So got a lot of experience and spent a lot of money and time on stuff, and just wanting to share my knowledge, and hopefully this helps somebody. And I just wanted to share my life experiences and with these videos, and hopefully you guys will respond and share yours back with me, and we can grow this channel and develop some friendships along the way. And so that's kind of my shop tour here on a Monday, September the 5th, 2022. And as me and my wife hopefully get closer to going to the Philippines or something, then we'll have more videos and be talking about that as well as that develops. So that's why the name of the channel and stuff. So my wife's from the Philippines, and we're considering moving back there due to health reasons and just wanting a different life, because this is all I've ever done for my now 60 years. I am 60 years old. So anyhow, I appreciate everybody watching and commenting, and please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and have a great rest of the week, and We'll talk to you later. Thank you.